going to try to keep this brief. It's been a really rough week. I've been looking for work for a while, and there's just something really demoralizing about it. I've been staying up late, playing video games, drinking and smoking, eating garbage, just sort of scrounging around, looking for any dopamine to make myself feel better for a minute. The other night I was up late playing a game, and it was hot in my room. Our thermostat isn't really very helpful, so I just opened up the window to air out the room a bit. After my ears adjusted to the noise outside, I heard something that put me in a panic. 1065, 1066, 1067, 1068, 1069, 1070. Someone was counting in a hushed tone, somewhere in the darkness. Not quite whispering, they were still using vocal cords. For a second I thought it was kids playing hide and seek, but the voice was so uncomfortable. It was sort of moaning, croaking voice. And why would they be counting to over 1,000? The more I listened, the more I was convinced I was experiencing something awful. Whoever was talking down there seemed like they were drunk, maybe, like they couldn't quite place the vowels and consonants in their words. 1180, 1181, 1182, 1183, 1184, 1185, 1186. I didn't want to hear anymore, but I was scared to make noise shutting the window. So I just sat listening to the number go up for a while, and eventually I got brave. I guess I was a little more drunk than I was stoned, and so the courage outweighed the paranoia. Maybe I was just eager to confront a problem the way I couldn't in my real life. Wouldn't that make me look like a man? I just got mad. I don't know. Flashlight in hand and as stealthy as a drunk can be, I walked around back. When I reached the neighbor's fence, I could hear it again. 382, 383, 384, 385. Boldly, I stood up on my tiptoes and pointed the flashlight over the wooden fence, scanning the yard and landing on my neighbor's dog. It was standing there, stiff and staring straight ahead, and it was counting. 3102, 3103, 3104, 3105, 3106. That croaking, moaning, clumsy voice. It was the dog. He was some sort of lab, and it was always chained up here, dirty, unloved, but well-fed. It didn't even seem to notice me. It just continued on. 3107, 3108, 319, Jesus. Before you ask, I'm not talking to my neighbor about this, and I'm not talking to my girlfriend either. Frankly, my neighbor is on the sex offender registry, and I'm just not interested in chatting. And if I brought it up to my girlfriend, it would probably boil over this unemployed situation. She's tired of me still being awake when she leaves for work and spending our rainy day cash on dispensary weed. She doesn't want to hear it, and I don't blame her. Anyways, the dog hasn't stopped. I mean, he always falls asleep by the time the sun comes up. About when I do, actually. But then he returns to it around midnight, and the number just keeps going up. That night, he got to about 20,000, and when he starts up tonight, he'll be at over 60,000. Not really sure what to do. Guess I just needed to tell somebody.